This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Outside the pocket, lets it go. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And I like the defense being aggressive. They heated up that RPO. He didn't even give him time to read it. I'm getting in the backfield right now, making a play, being aggressive, bringing the fight to the offense.
On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Unloads to the wideout. And he can't grab the bullet pass on third down.
You just got to wonder, too, guys, if the crowd didn't impact the offense. They're playing on the road on the first third down of this football game. Incomplete. The idea here, I think, just punt it away and see if you can regroup, because this environment is hostile.
The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Great place to start for this offense. To throw, it's Klubnik. The quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. This time on target. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
Wants to throw on first down. Bringing the heat. Got out of trouble and throws. He fires back across the field, and it's intercepted. Off to the races to the right. The 10. Touchdown, Panthers. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
And linebackers are so athletic nowadays in college football. They can play man on running backs and tight ends and all over the field. And how about the linebacker making the athletic interception and then showing you he could be a running back, taking it all the way back to the house for a touchdown.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. He tosses one high and deep down the left side.
I love that play call by the offensive coordinator. Your quarterback just threw a pick 6. You want to pick him right back up, right? So don't handcuff him. On the very first play of the next drive, let him throw the football to try to reestablish a rhythm and reestablish some confidence. Obviously, that one falls incomplete, but they need to get this guy back into a rhythm. The only way you do that is by throwing the ball.
You don't really want to lose track of anybody, but I would say, David, especially not him.
Yeah, when you know he's really good, that's a good decision. Hey, sometimes you double him. Well, and sometimes you run the old zero covers, like nobody covers him at all. And that's what they did right there. That's not good sound defense.
Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Back to throw, it's Klubnik. Quarterback adapted. Fires downfield. Finds his man, it's Williams. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. This has been a staple of the offense at Clemson. Get those big receivers, let them make plays downfield, and it's been very effective over the years.
Yeah, and good quarterback play obviously helps, but when you got good matchups on the outside, it kind of makes the defense very predictable. Like, I got to give help. Okay, it helps my running game. You don't give help. Okay, I'm throwing it to my freak out wide. So I think these guys on the outside with all that speed definitely are a problem for defenses.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
Looking to fire. Moving away from pressure. He's down to the 37-yard line, and that's where he goes out of bounds.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
Looking to throw for it. Under fire. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And this is not the start this guy envisioned in this game. He's already thrown a pick six here in the first quarter, and now he takes a sack. You got to wonder if that pick six rattled him a little bit. And if he's out here now seeing ghosts, he's got to get to the sidelines. He's got to shake the cobwebs off. You got to be able to turn the page and have a short memory because this thing is going in the wrong direction for their signal call.
On fourth down, going to the air. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a fourth down stop.
Love the coverage on defense there. Fourth down, they were ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Holmes.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to it. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Gives it to the back on the draw. Oh, he's got some space. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Offensive players, when they got the ball in their hand, they're trying to make plays, right? Trying to make you miss. There's nothing better than closing that gap and sticking that head right in that guy's chest and causing a fumble.
Looking downfield, it's Klubnik. Using his legs to buy some time. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
They just have not been able to get this guy going. They've thrown it to him over and over again here in the first quarter, and QB and him just not able to link up. The defense knew that was where this guy was going to be looking, but these two, they've got to find a way to get on the same page.
Rolling, throwing, looking right. And he makes the catch inside the 25. That's the end of the period, and Pittsburgh has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second.
Clemson, 0.
First play of the period, first down here. To the air on first down. On the run, still looking. On the move, he fires. It's complete.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
Wants to keep it in the air. Touchdown, Tigers. Quick strike through the air for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play just like he did right there for 6 points.
He'll bring it out. It's Robinson. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute and you've got to lock in.
And you see more and more of this in college football, finding your playmakers in space, whether it's a receiver, a tight end, or in this case, a running back, way down the field. Get him isolated, find your matchup, and how about the running back turning into a receiver?
Gives it on the option. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking for a man. It's Holstein. Gets it to him on the screen. There he goes. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
From the gun, the running back has it. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
The Panthers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. To the air on second down. Oh, they're after him! Working on the right. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. Blitzburgh going to work with a fresh set of downs. They'll go to the ground. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read. Read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Leaves it with the running back. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
I'll tell you, this running back, he's running behind an offensive line that is playing in unison right now, doing a great job communicating pre-snap. They're getting hats on hats in the run game.
And the Panthers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. From the red zone, looking for a man. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
When they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field, you saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Now the connection takes it to the 11. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. Got it, looking for a first. Touchdown, Blitzburgh! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. This late in the half, here's the question: how aggressive will the play calling be? Dropping back, it's Klubnik. Steps away to find some room. Slings it downfield. Caught over the middle, it's Williams. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They used a chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Stepping to the right. On the run, fires downfield. That's caught. It's Williams. Inside the 25, stopped at the 24. Clock will stop to move the chains. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got his man. Steps out of bounds just inside the 20. They'll mark him down at the 18. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Looking downfield very late in the half. Unleashes to the end zone. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. Absolutely perfect. That'll bring him to within 4. Pitt will try to boot this thing deep to start the second half. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
Dropping back, it's Klubnik. Bears the pressure. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
Well, you get the incompletion there on 3rd down. You've still got a half of football basically to play. Do you trust your defense down 1 possession to get it back to give you a shot? If you don't, then you've got to stay out there and you've got to go for this, and you've got to dial up your best play to stay on the field.
Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line.
What a break. I tell you what, the returner caught a huge break. That football getting on the deck with all that speed on the field, where he was able to go recover it.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll start this drive going to the air. Makes the grab. It's Lee. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding. I get the ball to my slot guy. He can make plays after. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man. Just he catches the football, and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Looking to pass. It's Holstein. Fires to the middle. Complete with conviction on the crosser. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Hit right back to the line.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
He's got it. And out of bounds right at the 12-yard line. Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on third down. Wants to throw it. Makes the grab. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it first and goal. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. He's looking to throw. It's complete to the right. Touchdown, Pitt! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. To the air, it's Klubnik. Quarterback floating away from pressure. He'll try to do it himself. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Very few times can you get a guy that wide open in a game, and when you do, you have to capitalize on it. That QB knows it. Look at him. You could tell he knows he missed a huge opportunity. Not only could he tell, everyone in the stands could see that guy was absolutely wide open.
Tosses it incomplete.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
They're a couple of yards short of the first down, but the offense will stay out there on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. They'll send the back in motion. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Grabbed behind the line, it's Turner. At the 40, there he goes. Finds a seam. Touchdown, Panthers. And once he...